Like the other old gods, Andoril endorsed the ancient Tevinter Magister's attempt to reach the Golden City, and spoke to the High Priest of Andoril, who used the Elias, the appraiser of slavery, and told them to join in the endeavor. There was a holiday in the Tevinter Imperium dedicated to Andoril back in the times when the old gods were still widely revered. It was called Andoralis. This holiday is now known as Summer Day and is celebrated as the beginning of summer, a time for joy and, commonly, marriage. It is celebrated at the beginning of Molioris. The ancient Tevinter associated the constellation Servani, depicted as a man in chains, with him. Andorra was awakened in 512 Exalted by the Darkspawn and rose as archdemon to lead the Fourth Blight, completely overwhelming Antiva and laying siege to the capital of the Orlesian Empire. Andoril attacked the Grey Wardens as they withdrew from Antiva City, killing quite a few Grey Wardens. In the Battle of Isley in 524, Exalted a combined army from Orlais, the Anderfels, and the Free Marches, under the banner of the Grey Wardens, defeated Andoril's horde, while the archdemon was slain by the hero, well, some tales name the elf Garahau, but he died a while ago. Who will the songs name as the hero of the Fourth Light? The ballad of Isley goes, the wind that stirs their shallow graves carries their song across the sands. Heed our words, hear our cry. The grey are sworn, in peace we lie. Heed our words, hear our cry. Our names recalled, we cannot die. When darkness comes and swallows light, heed our words, and we shall rise. Hello, and welcome to the finale for Victory, Vigilance, and Sacrifice. It's been a long time getting here, but we're here. There's an archdemon. It's gonna die. Maybe some of you will also die. That remains to be seen. You have not taken the female mage route, so one of you almost certainly will die. Content warning, if that matters to our viewers. So, this tabletop role-playing game uses the Dragon Age video game setting developed by BioWare and the officially licensed tabletop role-playing game published by Green Ronin. Thanks also to Incompetech, aka Kevin MacLeod, for creating the wonderful music you will hear tonight accompanying all the battles. Incompetech can be found through the Roll20 app, which we will also be using. As a content note, the Dragon Age setting is not a nice place. Content warnings persist across this chronicle, and especially tonight, for war violence, sickness, undead, and terrible choices made in terrible circumstances. PC death, clearly also definitely part of that warning tonight. We do employ the X card for player safety, so if the story is going somewhere you don't like or that makes you uncomfortable, just hold up the X, say X card, message me a picture of the X card, in some way communicate this, and we will stop whatever we're doing. You can also, if things are getting too intense, feel free to step away from your computer, gather your thoughts, come back when you feel ready. This is only aiming to emotionally damage your characters, not you. So, tonight, join us in telling a story of the Fourth Blight. First, Wardens, introduce yourselves and your characters, please.
Aha, hello everybody, my name is Steve. I prefer he, him. Today I am playing Jurgen, who may or may not die.
Hello, one and all. My name is Devin. You can find me online at Sword of Sullied. And tonight I am playing Garrick, who may or may not die.
Hi, I am Brody, he, they, and I am playing the Avatar of Curiosity.
All right. I don't know how to take that. So thank you all. As for me, I'm your game runner. My name is Rachel. What the fuck did I miss?
Hi, everybody. I'm Ben. I'm playing
Oh,
Raylath tonight.
sorry.
Apparently, it's a foregone conclusion that I'm gonna die since I don't get an introduction.
I'm sorry. I'm so used to doing it in alphabetical
You
order, and I was like, Steve just went, so it's fine.
Hey,
You-
knife ears.
I
Hey,
was assigned the last spot.
Hey.
I don't know what to tell you.
Ben, it's okay. You live on through the children you made.
Not I made that Raylath.
Raylath, the baby maker.
It's also not a thing for
Raylath,
Raylath.
the baby
Let's just be
maker of
clear.
Orlais.
Let's just move on. Rachel, please go ahead. I apologize for interrupting you.
I apologize for skipping you.
That's okay.
All right, so yes, I'm your game runner. My name is Rachel. I am she, her. You can find me in Stolen Fires pretty much everywhere on the internet, including the Burning Bird app. I set up a MySpace account forever ago. I'm also on Instagram, and you can find this show and previous other shows on YouTube, where we would love your likes and subscribes on our track to 500 subscribers. We would also appreciate your subscription to this channel. Thank you, Great Cthulhu. But unlike Twitch, subscribing on YouTube is free. That out of the way, it is recap time. So, Brody, if you don't mind, please.
I shall do my best. Let us begin the story of the Battle of Val Royeaux. Runners come to inform all that the horde of Darkspawn is on its way to the capital of the nation of Orlais. The Grey Wardens gather to plan a method of attack to get to the center of the horde and engage the Archdemon. We also attempt to blow off steam by making it very clear that Raylath, if he survives, will be known as the baby maker of Orlais from this time forward, for his important work in dealing with the mistresses of the Emperor, in an effort to find some way to reconcile the leadership for the coming conflict. The Grey Wardens make their way to the war room of the Emperor Kylus, where they find many attendants, as well as a detail-accurate map of the nation of Orlais in the room. The Grey Wardens also discuss sending a messenger to gather any other Grey Wardens they can bring to the city in time, and it is determined that Raylath's Griffin is the only way to make sure that it will take hours rather than days or weeks to gather as many Grey Wardens as they can for the coming conflict. The Grey Wardens also work together and determine a plan of defense, which will involve drawing the Archdemon to the top of the castle in Val Royeaux, where they can engage the Archdemon away from all of its support. A messenger then breaks in to shout the needs of the people of Val Royeaux, and the Emperor freezes. Harold does his best to try and inspire the Emperor to action, but realizes that the Emperor has no idea what to do, and that the only people who seem to have any clue are his advisors. Immediately after, another messenger arrives, informing everyone gathered that the Queen, who had up to that point been staying in seclusion at the Chantry, is on her way to the room. Before she arrives, Rayla speaks to the Emperor in private and asks if he indeed loves his estranged queen still, or if he ever had. And that he asks if he's prepared to go to his grave, having thrown her aside, or if he wants to stand by her in what might be the last moments of their lives. The Emperor responds, "I would not expect a mage to understand," probably with a little bit of an elf mage implied, "that whatever I felt with Delphine, my queen, it does not matter, for it is my duty to have an heir." Raelix explains how he managed to convince one of the Emperor's mistresses to give up their child to be adopted by the crown so that the queen could stay in power, but the emperor states that that is not how this game is played. Rayleigh reminds him that nothing has been fixed by all of this court drama, and that everyone still has the exact same problems with or without it. The Emperor turns to Grey Warden Commander Garrett to reprimand his almost says knife ears, but just says mage, and Garrett promptly ignores the Emperor and asks Rayleigh for a report. The Queen then rolls into the planning room, prepared for the upcoming blight, and takes full command, leaving the Emperor to quietly think over what Rayleigh had spoken to him about. After explaining their battle plan, the Grey Wardens agree to attempt to make the blight surround the city instead of having it focus on a single gate. That is when a third messenger arrives, announcing that Darkspawn had already entered the city through the elf alienage. Harold and Rayleigh take off at lightning speed, with Garrick tailing behind and giving last-minute orders, and Jurgen remains to give the medics a pep talk about what they need, and what they need to know about Darkspawn infections before following. Our party arrives at the alienage to see many Elven and Darkspawn corpses on the ground, with mages holding the Darkspawn back from hurting more people. It looks like, from what we see, that the Darkspawn had taken the sewers to get in. And before them are at least 5, including an Alpha and Arcane Horror. As the Grey Wardens begin the fight, Harold is stunned at the carnage taking place. Garrick charges in and attacks the Arcane Horror, trying to draw its attention, and Rayleigh casts quite a bit of magic, increasing his defenses and draining the mana of the Arcane Horror, which manages to resist. Everyone is ordered then to spread out so that they are not vulnerable to a fireball. Jurgen takes Rayleigh's advice and splits off, and then pulls out an acid flask to hit a Genlock Alpha. We all adore our acid-slinging former mage. It is at that moment, however, that Christum, the possessed crow that had been following Harold around for a great many days and weeks, falls to the ground dead. All the Darkspawn in the alienage burst into green flames, and an iridescent bubble begins to cover the alienage, and hums, and the hum from the Darkspawn at the gates of the city quiets. Turning around, the Grey Wardens see Harold win, the iridescence pouring out of his eyes, nose, and mouth, begging, "Let this tree remain." Harold goes around through the alienage, helping those that are hurt, and, as we learn now, he has accepted a joining with the Demon of Curiosity, who had ridden along with him for many, many weeks from that one incident back in Kirkwall, all the way to Val Royeaux, that they are now joined in what may be a permanent connection. His sacrifice in exchange for the alienage of Val Royeaux to be protected from all harm for a month. For the moment, though, Harold, although joined with Curiosity, has managed to maintain a sense of himself, but it is unclear how long it will last. Rayleigh is vehemently against allowing Harold to go free, since once you accept a demon, you become something else. Jurgen seems to think the demons are the problem of the Templars, and since we're dealing with a blight, might be something we deal with later. Garrick agrees with Jurgen, claiming that they do not have they don't have the time or ability to reduce their fighting capacity, and if Harold becomes a problem of the Templars, Garrick is not concerned. And so we begin the second part of the battle for Val Royeaux.
All right, so a couple brief GM notes before we dive headfirst into this. So we will be using the mass battle rules. You can find these on page 225. of the main book. So essentially, you will have to appoint a commander amongst yourself. There will be 3 stages of battle, in which you will have to roll off. You can work this out in character.
What page did you say it was?
Page 225.
Thank you. Guys, I've been working on this since the beginning when she told me military lore is useful for big battles like the ones you'll have at the end of the game.
As evidenced by the
yes.
fact that you just had to ask her what page number it was on.
I'm just saying, I carry access to every lore in the game now because I am curiosity.
So, there will be 3 stages of these battles. The first one is called opening moves. That is when you get your army into proper position. The second one is the main engagement. Essentially, what this will be, or what I recommend it be, will be your army clashing with the Darkspawn army, while your small squad makes a beeline for the Archdemon. The last one is finishing moves. This is getting up to where the Archdemon is. So, it is important to note that these use the advanced test rules. And so what that happens is each test represents an interval of time, which in this context we're going to say is about an hour. And so what you would have to do is essentially you roll your leadership, your military lore, whatever is called for at this stage. If you roll a success, you get to add your dragon die to your running total. So it's not made for easy effort. So does that make sense? Okay. Also, you have access to specialist armies. You have the Marcher Skirmishers, you have the Dwarven Heavy Fighters, you have the Orlesian Chevaliers, and here's a special bonus that I'm giving. So, you receive reports that Tevinter ships have just sailed into the harbor. You expect a couple boatloads of refugees. But they are not. We never really addressed what happened to Lander Pavis when he left. Our cast member had to leave the game, and we never really addressed what happened to their characters. So I'm gonna go ahead and say that what happened was they fucked off to Tevinter, did a whole bunch of rallying and recruiting, so now you also have an army of Tevinter irregulars. So, Marcher Skirmishers, Dwarven Heavy Fighters, or Legion Chevaliers, Tevinter irregulars. You can use these armies in whatever encounter you want. After you use them, they will be considered exhausted and you cannot tap them again. Unless you want to just completely sacrifice them. Which, your Grey Wardens, that's possible. So, these armies will confer a bonus, depending on what stage the bonus might be, bigger or smaller. So, any questions about the tests or about how this system works?
Not at the moment.
Okay.
Yeah.
Does not
We
mean I
will-
will not have any.
Gonna say probably in the middle of it we'll realize something that we need to do.
All right. So for right now, we are going to return, or not return, but rather open, at the alienage, and for you to deal with what Heroine has just done as best you see fit. So the scene is yours.
I kill heroin.
I dodge.
Okay.
No, we decided at the end of the last one that. Well,
Harold's-
I wouldn't say we decided. I will say Garrick decided.
I
Yeah.
mean, you have supreme cosmic power at anybody living space, so like, if anybody was going to be able to do it in one hit, it's probably you.
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah,
if you want to run it that way, I will happily adjudicate.
No.
you can save it until just after, if we're all still alive.
And I have mana left.
Yeah, just be that one person that just grabs some lyrium and be like, I don't care, die.
I suddenly turn to blood magic.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah, it'll be fine. Everything's
Yeah.
fine. Everything's
There
fine.
have been worse reasons for doing more obscene things.
Accurate.
Yeah. So we
All right.
agree to let Harold live for now. And he's gonna come and help us out.
I have not seen an archdemon destroyed sometime.
Here you go, curiosity. That's not something you get to see every day, and you'll help. Because if you don't, you won't get to see that.
We will help because we're in agreement. It is better for us to be here and assist than it is to leave.
Yeah. I just glance over at Raylath, giving him that kind of, when we're done, I don't care. Look.
I will point out that you're doing the subtle gestures to the communication person.
Oh no, you're standing right there, and I'm looking at you, and I'm looking at Raylath. I'm just like, later. But
How would you like to deploy us, Warden Commander?
since we're trying to actually spread this battle out across 4 walls, we should probably section out people into areas so that it's not quite so
Might I
centered.
suggest not using the cavalry as a garrison defender?
Oh no, the garrison defenders are not going to be the cavalry. That would be like taking in a demon.
If that worked, then I think it would be fine.
Anyway, so let's have the cavalry defending the outside of the walls. We'll have the heavy fighters, and the.
If I may, Warden Commander, having the cavalry defending outside the walls is actually probably not a great idea because cavalry is only useful as either a flanking or an overwhelming unit. You typically don't want them to be your main wall of defense because they can easily get outmaneuvered and surrounded by people on foot.
That's part of the thing. If they're out there in the beginnings of it, then they can help route them so that they're actually surrounding the whole castle rather than just a portion of it.
Might I recommend we have them flee the city, and then if there is a section that needs to be defended because it's being overwhelmed, being slammed into from behind by cavalry would be an effective way of breaking the siege for a moment.
Agreed.
We could even disguise one of them as the emperor to make them think that the city is being abandoned.
I don't think the abandoning part will be an issue because, let's face it, the Darkspawn haven't really cared about a leader running. It's more just the mass destruction of the people. Plus, only the Archdemon has the intelligence.
Regardless, a cavalry unit that is inside the walls of a city is not going to be effective.
Yes, that is true.
So we will need a signal to inform them where we need them to attack if we are called upon.
Do we have mages that can make a certain color of attack instead? Basically, so that we have a color system of, hey, we need help now. We throw green fireball, it means we need help.
Yeah, that would be trivial to.
Okay.
Yeah. Thank you, God.
Ooh,
So,
unfortunately, you have to be level 15 to throw a green fireball.
Or
um,
really, really close with a lust demon. Hello, my little pride demon.
Oh. All
aw.
right. So we are going to start with stage one of the battle. So this phase is about getting your army into proper position for the oncoming attack. And so you can recruit uh one or all four right now. I wouldn't recommend blowing your wad right now. Another thing to take into consideration, uh if you succeed in each stage of battle, I'm going to take health points off the archdemon, making the fight easier when you finally get to where it is. Uh, and so, uh, you also gain access to a special stunt. It is called We Are the Champions. It costs 6 stunt points. You perform a stunt that is so impressive that it inspires your troops and intimidates those of the enemy. Commander, add 1 to the advanced test total for this stage of the battle.
We'll keep on fighting till the end.
Exactly.
Do till you die and keep going.
No time for losers.
Okay, so Brody, you realize that if we do roll 6 and get this particular stunt, as the bard, you need to start singing.
Mhm. Although I do believe there are certain things in the real world, like copyright issues, that will prevent me from singing more than a few bars.
That's fine. We just want it as bardy as possible.
All right, so how are you going to position the troops, Warden Commander? Or I assume it will be you leading this.
I
Yeah.
mean, Curiosity's happy to do it.
Yeah, I still got a +5. I think we're good. Okay, so I figure 2 at a time for each section. If you guys agree with me, I figured we'd use like the regulars to defend our cavalry unit as they're doing this. So then we'd have the marcher skirmishers and the heavy dwarves in round 2.
Sounds good.
So yeah, Tevinter irregulars on the walls, defending the cavalry as they are routing the enemy across the walls before running away so that they can be pincher unit.
Okay.
And that is a military cunning roll. And well, hey Brody,
Yeah.
I can already tell you we get to do it because the 2 dice that landed. Oh, come on, tell me it won't show me. It won't show me unless I do it. But we got double 6s. So now I just need to figure out what
Champions, my friend.
one die that fell in the worst part of my computer. So 1 second.
Well, that's a nice way to start off the fight.
Oh yeah. Okay. Okay. And the last one.
You keep on fighting.
So that's a 1, but that makes the grand total 18
All right.
with 6 stunt dice that we can spend on in the champions.
Okay. All right. So, what you're going to do is you're going to roll your cunning military lore versus the archdemons. You can see the rolls that I've put in roll 20 already.
Oh. Um,
So,
can I just say to roll 20,
Please be this nice guy.
because this entire time, you have rolled so poorly overall. And so that we can all see this, there's double fives and a 6 in the dragon die, 2 6s and a 2. But the first roll I did well. First
all right.
roll I did.
So, you are rolling. Your target number is 15.
That wasn't that the first roll that I did where I said it was double 6, 1, 15, or 18 total?
Uh-huh.
Okay,
All right.
so
Now, what did you get on your dragon die?
that was a 6.
Okay.
That was why I said double 6s right off the bat. Starting off strong.
All
Downhill
right.
from
And
downhill
so,
from here.
I assume you want to spend your stunt points to add 1 to the advanced test total.
Oh yeah. Oh
All
yeah.
right. So, the first hour of battle goes pretty well. After all, you are simply fighting mindless darkspawn. And it becomes pretty clear to you. I'm sorry, which army are you using?
We're using the cavalry and then the irregulars on the walls, kind of flinging magic down on
Okay.
defending.
So you get to add +3 to each roll.
Nice.
So that's good. But you make it anyway. And so you're using the cavalry to sort of mow down the darkspawn while the irregulars from a safe distance pick them off one by one. And so it becomes pretty clear to you that these first wave, these are the darkspawn who have already been injured but not killed, the ones who are the weakest. And so, as the next phase of battle continues, give me another roll, please.
Okay.
It's just the 21, isn't it?
Yeah, that's a 20. That's you got a 21, and this is me rolling a 6, a 5, a 2, and you know what that accounts to? 18.
6, a 5, and a 2? 18? Okay, cool. What is the number on your dragon die?
Don't you add
Is-
+3 to this roll?
Yes.
So that
Oh, so 21 then.
21. Boom.
And the dragon die number is a 2.
Okay.
Which doesn't help us, but hey.
No.
It helps. Right now, you are at 9 and 9. So, what this means is that your armies, as there comes a second wave and a third wave of darkspawn, you begin taking more serious casualties. It just seems like they never fucking end. All right. So,
It's almost as if they keep spawning and buffering off screen, and then they just
exactly.
You know, I'm sure if we just keep it up, they'll thin out eventually.
All
Sure,
right.
if I lower my computer processing power, it'll make it easier too.
All right, it's time for the third hour of battle.
And in the third hour, well, that was a hell of a lot better. Okay, so that's 15, 19. I still get a +3.
Mm-hmm.
So that's 22, and that's a 4 on the dragon die.
Okay.
Sadly, that's not it. I get to use the dragon die, but because it got doubles, but I didn't get a 6.
Hey, you got one.
Unless we can bank them.
You have two benevolences. You can use one to add an extra die.
But that won't change the dragon die.
It could. If you roll doubles.
Well, no, I already rolled doubles, but my doubles are 2 4s.
You showed us a 5 and a 4, by the way.
Yeah, that was me picking up the die wrong. But I rolled double 4s, and that does not do usefulness for
If this is
big
working
battle.
the way I think it is, you're still fine because you're above the number that you needed.
I am. That plus
Oh.
3 was clutch
Mhm.
for the previous one.
So the problem is that you're not exactly that fine.
Yeah, I know, because we're still going below your stupid high dragon dice that you've rolled every single time.
Yeah, the target number here was 15.
And I rolled a 20 something, right?
Yeah,
6 plus.
But we're
Yeah.
adding the dragon die to get
I know.
to the yep.
I know.
So a 3 plus a 6 plus a 6.
It's 15.
No, it's 2 4s and a 6.
That's what you got.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
So we got a 14 and they got a 15.
No, we got a 14 plus 5 plus 3. Because I didn't add my military cunning or the plus 3. That's my base roll was a 14. Then you add the modifiers and it's 22.
Mhm.
Okay, but yeah.
So essentially what happens is you roll to succeed at first. And if you succeed, then you get to add your dragon die to a running total. So that's why I keep asking you what your dragon die was.
Yeah.
Yes.
And so far we have gotten over and over their total.
No, we've succeeded each time, but that is still not adding up to the 15.
Yeah, I know. Still not adding up to the 15.
So-
Oh, you were saying the numbers for, okay, successes, yeah.
Yes.
Don't we have one more
So-
die?
Oh, sorry.
Oops.
So
Also, then what? Why do you have 4 dice rolls?
just in case.
Damn.
Yeah. Yeah, it's hard.
A lot of dark
heart.
spawn. A lot of dark spawn. A lot of dark
Yeah.
So here's what happens is that the dark spawn essentially overwhelm your chevaliers. They are used to honorable battle. They are used to rules of engagement. None of that is happening here. And there was a cat face.
I'm trying to soften the blow for all of us.
I found who won the fight. It is a dark spawn, and it's living with Brody.
This is the best dark spawn. Also, I am kind of joined with this one, so yeah, this is working out for me.
So, you will not be able to use the skirmishers. And you will not, I'm sorry, no, you will not be able to use the chevaliers, and you will not be able to use the irregulars again.
One group I'm sad about, the other one I didn't care about.
So, you have a brief moment to retreat and regroup before the main engagement begins.
Sorry,
Well-
what?
We're on round 2.
Well,
Okay.
right now you have a moment to rest and regroup before the next phase begins.
Is there anything that we can do to have any effect on this, or are we just waiting while Garrick rolls dice?
For now, not yet, but the next stage of the battle that you're going to prepare for is the main engagement. So, this is going to be a communication leadership role, again opposed, and so while essentially the two sides of the armies clash, the 4 of you and whoever else you decide to bring are going to accompany you as you sort of try and punch your way through the Darkspawn horde to get to the Archdemon.
I thought our plan was to lure the Archdemon to the tower so that the Darkspawn were all kind of held at the walls, but the Darkspawn was going to come to us. Because we had the item that was going to lure him or it to us.
That is also a valid strategy.
I think that is
You will still sort of have to fight because it is a horde. It's a whole bunch of Darkspawn. You're still going to have to kill some on your way up to the meeting spot.
Okay.
Okay.
if this is a communication roll, boss, would you like curiosity to take?
I'm just gonna looking at the field of battle. Look over to Herschelosity,
Herolosity.
yeah, and just repeat what I say, but better.
Of course. With that dual voice. Of course.
Something about presuming that you have like a +9 in there.
So I don't have leadership, and unless animal handling, deception, performance, persuasion, or any lore would be an applicable thing for this.
Well,
I have a +7.
If you have military lore, then that is well, no, because that said if you do that, then you have to do cunning. Oh wait, nope, that's the other one. Yeah, just communication leadership.
Yep. Do you not have leadership? Do you have communication?
Yeah, that's like 6 dots higher than what I'd be putting in.
Okay. So if that is the case, wow, Maker.
Maker, please. Why would you do that to me and then hand him with his better numbers this?
I think it's impossible. There's only one of those rolls that I will not beat, or that I might not beat.
So everyone hears this. The totals: 10, 7, 13, 8. The totals I had: 15, 21, 20, 19.
I'm going to be rolling against the Darkspawn's 10 with a 3D
All right.
7.
So, here is the question. So, ignore my rolls for now. I want to know how the 4 of you are preparing for your fight against the Archdemon. Because, essentially, once you leave the command tent, you're just going to be relying on anything that you can find or pick up. And you can choose to bring people with you. You can absolutely temporarily conscript the Queen, the King, Tylis von Markham, whoever looks good.
Okay.
I think this is a perfect opportunity for the king to make a good showing of things.
In other words, let's let the Queen do her thing.
Yeah, she should stay here and be in charge.
She totally should stay here and be in charge. I kind of want to take the king with von Markham's group, just so that the Emperor can just kind of be useless, but
No.
that's just me wanting, because I don't like him.
I mean, we've got in theory, we could drag the minstrels with us, but they might not like that.
Probably not.
I think von Markham might be a good one because he can actually fight.
Mhm.
And there's also a chance of radically altering the history of Thetis if things go poorly for him. There's that dwarf fellow who's probably a lot sneakier than he lets on.
Yes.
Right, yeah.
Why do I want to call him Daryl when it's not Daryl?
Delvin.
Delvin. I knew it was a D. Without looking
Come
at
on,
notes.
Daryl.
I work with a Daryl.
Don't we have a few other magey types?
Yes, we
Oh yeah,
have.
we've got the blood mage that I'm kind of took under my wing.
I'm just saying, in my
Her
experience,
name.
the best way to take down a dragon of any kind is to have multiple mages at the different cardinal points on the compass.
True.
Yeah, Pietra. She's a blood mage.
Pietra, that's
we
the
actually
name.
have. I think we have like a handful of mages, but they were all kind of assigned to the walls.
Yeah.
I mean, you can
So
always pull them back.
no, they. I mean, the Tevinter obviously didn't know what the fuck they were doing, so my mages need to be offering magical support in some capacity. Actual professionals.
Mm-hmm.
So I think we'll have Pietra come with me, and the rest will just stay where they're doing, or where they
Yeah.
are doing what they're doing.
Let's face it, Pietra's the only one that actually, I think, has worked with us.
Yeah. Also, she's a little bit unhinged when it comes to the blood magic stuff. So I figure if we really need someone to like do some crazy shit,
Lay down the field.
Also, am I wrong in thinking that perhaps there might be a few people from the Alien Age who may or may not have magic of their own?
I suppose we could just do that as a
I mean,
generalized shout
you
out.
could try and ask, but they're not going to be super forthcoming to the abomination. But
He's
yes,
not
you could
the-
try.
not the only elf here, you know. Just saying.
I mean, I'm just, cautionary tale is asking for help. That's completely reasonable.
So I suppose I'd just look over at you and say, "Hey, Herschel,
Harold.
who? Sorry,
Hey,
Harold.
Harold.
God, I keep looking at it and my brain says H and it's right.
It starts
so
with an H, ends with an L.
yeah, it's the same thing. But look to you to ask the people of the alienage, specifically your Red Jennies, if there's anybody that's useful. Who wants to help defend their home?
I think actually it might be better to go with just tapping my contact with the Red Jennies and seeing if anybody might be interested in taking down a archdemon.
Oh, yeah. Like I said,
All right.
Very little, but hey.
Go ahead and give me a communication leadership role that does not count towards the mass battle rolls.
15.
Okay. Yeah, you get one very scared, overeager rogue recruit who is willing to go with you.
Excellent. Just don't be the one to try and kill the archdemon in conclusion. You are not capable of it. But I would love to see what you can do in this quite interesting moment.
Sorry, my cat is being very needy right now.
So
Hi.
it's standing and why?
Yeah, so your cat is being a cat. All I'm hearing is meow meow, pet me meow.
He doesn't need you. He demands your service.
Yes. He's being very cute about it, too.
No.
They know their currency. Wait.
Aww. Yeah, their currency is either cute or claws. Be grateful.
Claws
to
I get
the
in the
first.
morning.
Cuteness you get in the evening.
Well, claws in the morning, it's because you haven't fed him yet.
Oh no, I feed him. And then he comes back and is like,
Oh,
playtime.
I thought you were talking the morning claws. The I love you, need you, need you, need you, feed
Exactly.
me, need you, need you, need you.
Alright, so you've got Petra the Blood Mage
Yes.
and an elven rogue. What's her name? Or his name or their name?
How about
Jim.
How about the elven rogue Fae?
Well,
I don't know what it is, but I love when someone drops like a totally mundane, ordinary, average name in the middle of a medieval fantasy game. It is the funniest goddamn thing to me.
How about just Alan?
Alan. Yes, Alan.
Alan?
A-L-A-N. Their parents tried to give him something elf sounding, and it turned out it wasn't.
Okay, cool.
That's what you get for not knowing what Valiston are.
It looked elven to me.
We even tried. We put an apostrophe, but nobody pronounces it. It's A''Lan, but people just say Alan.
It's A''L''A''N''. The apostrophe at the end is completely superfluous, but
It
And
looked
his-
good at the time.
And his name is Alan.
Nope, Alan.
All right.
This is Val Royo Alien Age. There is no class here.
Oh, yeah.
Poor
Cool.
Alan's gonna die so horribly.
Probably.
Alan's not gonna die.
Yeah.
He's not gonna die. He's just gonna get eviscerated.
He's gonna become
Horribly, horribly mauled, but not die.
Focus on this.
Slightly well done.
what are elves that become darkspawn called?
Elves that become darkspawn, they become shrieks.
Shriek in training. Hell. Shrieks are not cute.
Alright, if my cat doesn't knock this off soon, I'm gonna give him some drugs. By which I mean, pour out some catnip for him. Okay. So anyone else you want to add to your squad?
Who else do we have?
Did we add what's his name? That knight commander? I've forgotten his name, and it's somewhere in the notes, and he's very French.
What about the Queen's brother? Is he willing to come with us? Because he's got like
So
some.
at this
military
point,
training.
willing doesn't matter. You're Grey Warders. You could be you, and you. Come with me.
Yeah, I know.
And you could be
Oh.
pointing to the Emperor, the Empress, and the First Enchanter, and they come with you.
Oh,
I still think we bring the Emperor personally.
Hey, how about we also bring in Etienne Halrond, who is the knight captain of the Templars? Somebody who can get beat up besides us.
Or how about we tell him
Sounds good. I like
we-
that plan.
we need a few of his best to be armored things that can stand between us and the death.
That works too.
And perhaps maybe a group of circle mages? Just a small unit of them?
Well, I think we accounted for all the circle mages, didn't we?
Yeah, essentially. Okay, hang on. I'm gonna go give my cat some drugs.
Okay. But while Maker is away, how about if we also pulled some clergy to try and heal in between, basically to stand far away.
So in this world, turns out rogues are pretty much all the Chantry people. They don't have magic.
Oh, okay.
That's mages.
Okay, so just strictly mages.
Yep.
I was
mages
thinking
have
more
abilities.
somebody. I was
Yeah.
thinking somebody like Jurgen who can stick us with some mud at a distance.
Former mage.
Yeah, but you're still using mud.
All right, you can watch my cat getting high in the background. Reprobate.
Look, Jurgen can use mud because it is a special proprietary blend of mud. No one
It's
else
been patented.
Yeah, no one else can put dirt in it and make you better.
Hey, it's only patented because he pats it in place.
Exactly.
Yes, but that's good enough. Though I mean, we could see if the Chantry has some, bards that might want to join us. Red Jennies aren't the only place to get rogues in this world. The churches too. And Rayleth, you have a relationship with the leader of the Chantry, right?
Define relationship.
You talked to them once.
Yes. Okay. Yes. That yes, but I was gonna say it doesn't. I don't think it goes any deeper than that.
We're Grey Wardens at this point. Knowing who you are is sufficient connection to recruit you.
You know, I was behind a guy for coffee yesterday in line.
Oh, and now he's a shield bearer.
Yeah. No.
Well, I mean, it's amazing what happens when you accidentally put a couple drops of blood instead of cream in the coffee.
No, that guy's not even a shield bearer. That guy runs a catapult crew now.
What we didn't tell the baristas that every name they called out was being conscripted.
Here's your espresso and your conscription papers. Have a good day.
Here's your espresso and your crossbow.
Your venti mocha 3-pump chai latte with extra foam
And
and a sword.
Honestly, that's the kind of coffee shop I would go to. You give me a
Yes.
sword. You give me a sword with every order. Yes, please. Okay, so
Now we know how to get you.
seriously, who are we bringing?
So yeah, we're bringing our extra rogue, our extra mage, and as many Templars as are willing to come or are willing to come with us after asking the knight commander.
As many Templars as we think can be spared from whatever the hell else it is that they are doing.
And
Yes.
I will also encourage if the Chantry has anybody whose skill set might not be of a chanting variety, but might be of a more practical one. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Please give us your rogues. Thank you.
Very valuable.
Yeah.
And in another blight, there will be at least one rogue, bard, assassin in your ranks. We would like their precursors, please.
All right. So, you end up with Petra, Alan the Rogue, and Etienne the Hound. And this is a pretty good squad. You can always send for more help if you need it.
As long as they understand their job is to be distractions and inflict injury, not to try and be the heroes.
Okay.
Although it's not a word in this world, they're there for the Blitzkrieg.
Search for Eldon. The word exists.
For Eldens are German.
Yeah, but in Thetis, a Blitzkrieg is actually a small breakfast pastry. They're delicious.
They storm your stomach. It is outstanding.
They overwhelm your taste buds and occupy your stomach.
All right. So, on your way there, you bring your squad with you. And things are going pretty good. There's a lot of genlocks and herlocks, and essentially, you get so good that you can just mow them down. Pretty much just one-shotting them.
The final act where what used to be a threat is now just a speed bump.
Basically. But then, just as you get to the base of the tower, you find what's essentially a commando squad. 4 genlocks led by an alpha. So go ahead and roll me initiative, please.
Been a while. What's initiative? It's just
It is a
Okay,
straight dexterity roll. If you have a focus in initiative, that's a +2 bonus to whatever you end up with.
Got it. Thank you.
And no stunt points for initiative.
You do not stunt on initiative. That is
Oh
correct.
man.
So
I know.
I got 6.
I'm with you, Raylath. I got a 6, a 6, and a 5. So mine's like
Okay. We rolled pretty good on this one then.
All right. Jurgen, what's your initiative?
17.
Ooh.
Nice. All right. How about Harold Wynn?
16.
Nice.
Nice.
Rayla.
18
Nice.
with 6 stunt points that don't do anything.
Oh,
They do something. You get to go first.
The
You know
stunt points
what?
don't matter. That's just the
Uh,
initiative roll.
I'll let you add another benevolence to the pile because you only have
Woo!
2, and I've been banking mine.
Woo!
Yeah.
That'll
So
make the difference.
So yeah, that works because I got 21
Okay.
with 6 stunt dice.
All right.
Well, hail. Apparently, we were ready for this particular conflict.
Apparently.
We've played enough video games. We understand how this
All right.
works.
We knew.
All right, guys, we're almost there, which means we're about to fight the mini boss.
Yeah, no, base of
Exactly.
the tower. We gotta fight the thing before we transition to the new tile set.
Yeah, so everybody throw on your buffs.
All right. So, first order of business, Harold Wynn. For this round, please make me your mass battle roll. So this is your communication leadership roll against the archdemon.
Okay, I am now going to roll it.
All right, the target number here is 17.
19.
Excellent.
Four
And looks like your dragon die is a 4. All right. So, and so this is how we're going to play it is at the top of every round, Harold, you will make your communication leadership roll. We will then proceed with the skirmish and alternate. So, top of round 1, Garrick.
Garrick wants to stab an alpha.
You stab the fuck out of that alpha. Well, let's see. Roll, please. Its
So
defense
that's-
is 15.
Okay, I definitely hit 15 because that's a 12 and I've got like +7.
Okay.
Yeah, 19.
All right. Go ahead and roll. I gave you catnip.
You are not serving me fully. You're taking it from me, you monster.
And that's 14 damage total.
Okay.
I was almost forgetting to add things again. Oh, sorry. It's a dark spawn. So that's... No, we have +1, so that's 15 total.
I thought we had +3 for damage.
Okay, Maker, did we get +1 or +3 runes for when we got the Silverite?
Oh, goodness. I cannot remember.
I have it as
But-
+3.
I'm asking you to make a decision now rather than us check.
I'm telling you, I'm on my character sheet. I have it down as Journeyman +3 damage to Darkspawn.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, so then that's a 17.
All right. Okay, Rayla, it is your go.
Oh. Okay. Are these genlocks grouped up in like a traditionally stupid manner that like mob bad guys would normally be grouped up in?
Yeah, because they are grouped up in front of the tower door because they don't want you to get into the tower.
Oh, okay. Well, this is easy then. I'm gonna cast Mind Blast. So Mind Blast is on page. Sorry.
All
one
right,
second,
so
because
I'm
it's gonna make
going
my life easier
to-
on 21.
Arrange them. So that is how they are arranged in front of you. You can move your tokens or ask me to move them however you wish.
The door being like back
Behind
here?
them.
Okay. Back there, I assume. Okay. So,
The cat can tell that there is murder about it. He really wants to participate.
All right, so I need to make a roll against a target number 12, but I've got a +7 to that, so. Okay, so 16. I beat the target number. Basically, I want to put a mind blast right here.
Okay.
So that it'll hit. I mean, if I can do it in such a way that it hits everybody, it says it's 2-yard radius. I don't know if every square is a yard or not, or how that works here, but if I can hit even everyone, including the alpha, great. If not, at least the genlocks would be ideal.
I have been treating these as 5-foot squares, so we can round that up to 2 yards, so 2 yards per square.
Okay, so then in that case, I'll do it here, I guess,
okay,
so that it'll hit the genlocks. They all need to make a strength might roll against my spell power, which is 17. I should probably subtract some mana from my sheet.
All right.
It's normally 3. Mind blast 3, but I get -1, so it's actually 2. So there we go.
All right. Fail. What was the target number?
17.
Fail. That one made it. That one didn't. All right. So what do the failures get?
So they're all knocked prone.
Okay.
The one that succeeded gets an action on their next turn. The rest do not. And
Excellent.
any prepared actions are lost.
Okay.
Was I not able to hit all 5 of them by placing it here? I only saw 4
with a
rolls, so I wanted
2-yard
to make
radius, you would get all of them.
Okay.
Yes. All right. Fail.
Sure. Okay. So yeah, no actions for 4 of them. All of them knocked prone.
Okay.
And,
cool.
I think that will be. Well, sorry, nope, I can't move myself. I would like to move out from the rest of the crowd, and I want Pietro to kind of move out in the opposite direction from the rest of the crowd, just in case.
Okay, we can move her here. And then we can move you this way. How's that work?
Perfect.
Okay. Cool. Thank you. Excellent. All right. Jurgen, it's your turn.
There's
Blow them up.
I don't want to waste grenades on these losers. I can't tell if Relith was questioning what I just said or nope. Okay, he's playing with a string. Okay.
I don't know why I've got 3 very long strings here, and I don't know why. Sorry.
Because you're secretly a cat.
I guess,
to entertain yourself all night long.
I am going to. So there's a bunch of prone genlocks, right?
Yes.
Okay. I'm gonna go up to one of the prone genlocks and hit it in the head really hard with a stick.
Okay. Hit it really hard in the head with a stick.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
If I can be that annoying player who interrupts another player's turn, go for the one that still gets its action this turn.
I do that.
You can.
Okay.
Because if we kill that one, it doesn't get an action.
I do that.
Not wound penalties. As long as they have health, they are still up.
Does a 21 hit the prone genlock?
It absolutely does.
Sweetness.
In it.
Probably should have put the command in. That is 10 damage to the prone genlock that still had its turn this round.
Okay, that is not enough to drop it, but you have definitely whacked it hard.
Hell yeah. Kind of do like a running, like, kind of golf swing on it and just crack it upside the head. I assume my allies will finish this thing off.
Yeah, Harold, Wynn, your turn.
Harold will stay where he is and begin to sing a song from a long ago time. No words that anyone understands. A long forgotten tale that steers you to action. Everyone gets a +1 to their attack rolls.
Nice.
What?
All my allies within 12 yards, so I think that's everybody still.
Mm-hmm.
And that's it. You know what? I will use my minor action to kind of defense up, I guess.
Okay.
So that'll protect me until I think my turn.
Yes.
All
Well,
right.
the end of the round.
Oh, then okay.
What are you directing Alan to do on his turn?
Shoot the one that's still going with an arrow.
Okay.
That seems like a thing that a rogue would do.
Alan.
Okay. He very easily hits.
And stunts.
And stunts the heck out of it.
Yes. All right. So we'll just give him the extra 2d6 to hit.
And he can do armor piercing for like nothing.
All right. Genlock down.
Heyo.
What?
Alan, you have entered the realm of the yellow Jenny. Keep going and you'll be red soon enough.
What is
Alright.
the progression there? Is it like yellow, green?
No, yellow, orange,
Yeah.
red.
White, yellow, orange, green, brown.
Holy shit.
What?
All right. So you see that 3d6 plus 7 roll?
Huh?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, it's pretty great.
Was that the archdemon?
No, that is the alpha
Oh, no,
trying to whap Garrick.
it's not big alpha energy on that roll.
Yeah, I'm gonna presume that I can tell you this without fault. Miss.
I think the alpha just became a beta.
Yeah. I was gonna make that joke and then I felt bad because,
I don't have.
It's okay.
I don't have feelings of shame or remorse, so I figured.
It's okay. Soon enough, Garrick's going to be this one's Omega.
Okay,
Right.
Sigma boy.
Okay, Blood Mage, what would you like Petra to do? She could shield you, she could attack it with a lance.
I want her to just focus on attacking with an arcane lance, not spending any mana at the moment.
Okay. Do you want her to focus on the Genlocks or the Alpha?
Well, the alpha is currently engaged with Garrett, correct?
Yes.
Then yeah, let's kill that thing.
Okay.
No, let's. Yeah, the other guys are down for at least. Yeah. Let's have her focus on the alpha.
All right. That is, I believe that's a hit.
With 3 stun
Double
points.
check.
You said it was 15 last time.
Yep. All right. So that is a hit.
Oh, are you adding her +1 from me? Just for the hell of it.
I was not, but she still hits.
Yes.
So she hits extra.
Okay.
You don't know why, but you're feeling the groove.
All right, and we will give her another mighty blow. So she gets to add some damage because of her stunt point. Holy shit! All right, sometimes blood magic helps.
Hey, you got some malevolence you could spend for them.
I'm saving that for the archdemon.
No.
Problem.
That's the reason why I'm like, let's not touch any benevolence yet, guys.
All right, so the alpha is still up. It is technically the Genlock's turn. They spend their round getting back to their feet, getting their weapons back in hand. It is Alrun's turn. What would you like to have him do?
Who's in control of this character?
That's supposed to be Harold.
Wait, Alun?
Yeah.
Are we talking Alan or?
Alan.
So-
Alun.
Who would you like to have him attack?
Oh, Alan. Let's go with Genlock. The next Genlock.
Wow, this guy is a fucking chump.
Wow, Alan sucks.
Time.
No, this is
Yeah,
Alrund. This is Etienne Alrund. He's
Oh,
what supposed to be a
Oh,
commander.
I thought you were saying
Oh.
Alan. I thought you were just saying
No.
Alan in a funny way.
Alan's way higher in the initiative order. This is Etienne Alrund. So apparently, he rolled shit for initiative. He rolled shit to attack. This is not his battlefield. He is as upset as the Chevaliers currently getting their clock cleaned.
I have a question.
Yes, Steve.
He's a tournament
Yes.
fighter, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
explains it.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Honestly, we're looking at the +5 to attack, and we should already be saying no.
Garrick's like, oh, that's the way I was supposed to be fighting against the Wyvern.
Mm.
All right. So round 2. Carolyn, your mass battle roll, please.
Okay.
Communication leadership.
Uh, 21 with 4 stunt points.
Okay. So that brings the running total up to 8.
Uh-huh.
I rolled for the Archdemon.
Uh-huh.
Fail, 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 fail. So it doesn't matter what he rolled, or what it rolled on the dragon die. Don't get to add it.
So you want to use that malevolence to help you?
Not yet.
I'm just playing my character in full by tempting the maker to use their malevolence.
I mean, Steve has seen how I am in Blade Runner when I tempt characters to push.
It's just mean sometimes.
All right, Garrick, it is your turn.
That Alpha is still alive, and that's a problem.
Yep.
Really, really fucking need a slightly larger desk. Ugh.
You also don't have to put all the stank on your dice when you roll them. You can just kind of gently roll them. You're aware
That
of
was
this, right?
gently rolling them.
That is the most absurd thing I've ever heard you say, Ben.
What?
That's the most absurd thing
Okay.
I've ever. You got to put all the stank on every.
So-
You just whip your dice across the room every time.
Yes.
Ah!
Like, if you don't feel like you're at the craps table, something's wrong. Okay, so that's 1921.
That'll
With-
hit.
2 stunt dice.
If you're not rolling with the full English, you're not actually rolling.
And since it's 2 stunt dice, I think that's just lethal, right? Lethal blow. Mighty blow. Mighty blow. That's what I meant. Okay, so we'll use 3d6 on this roll.
Okay.
And 7 plus 9 is 16 damage.
Ouch. All right. Still up. Not looking good. Rayla, what would you like to do?
How many of the Genlocks are still alive? We just killed the one that was acting last turn, right?
Yes, so now there's, I should probably take that one off the board. Bye-bye, asshole.
All right. Well, since they're still clustered in front of the door, I mean, why argue? Why switch things up? I'm gonna.
You can
That's
steal some
15.
liberty
So
from
I
the
still
top.
succeed on the. Ooh, actually, I get 6 stunt dice or some points for that.
All right, and they are making strength rolls to stay on their feet?
Yep.
Okay.
Stunt list for spells because I don't have it up anymore for some strange reason. Stunts.
It is also pinned.
Thank you.
And what was their target number?
17.
They all fail.
Just sit back down. And
Wait, we're level 8 now. We're not babies.
Not it? No.
We're toddlers.
Standard spell stunts are in the pins, although there's many
Oh, yeah,
pins.
thank you. And pins and
For those watching at home, this is
there
not
are many pins.
people who hate tables.
So how many stunt points?
There we go. I had 6. So I'm going to. I'll do skillful casting twice. Can I use the same stunt on a stunt on a roll more than once?
Yes, you can.
Okay, perfect.
As long as you've got the points to spend.
Okay, perfect. In that case, I'm going to do skillful casting once to reduce the mana cost by 1. I'm going to do mana shield to give myself a +2 bonus to defense. And just for the fun of it, I'll increase the spell power of it by 1 for 1 stunt point. They already all failed, but what the hell. So yeah.
I mean, you don't want to do fast casting?
Oh shoot, I missed that one. I was trying to be just quick. Oh shoot. Okay, fine, yes.
Because you could do skillful and fast casting with 6 stunt points.
Yeah. Oh wait, you know what? I can do a arcane spray or arcane bolt. I think you can do that in the same turn after you cast another spell. Arcane bolts. And this is a thing for spell lance. You can cast a spell after hitting a foe with an that's after you do an arcane lance. Never mind, different thing. I haven't played this character in a while, so it's taking a moment.
It's okay.
Yeah, let's just do an arcane bolt. So
Okay.
that is going to be a.
Who are you targeting?
The alpha, because the alpha's still alive, right?
Technically.
Okay, so that's
That'll
enough. Well, so that was actually my target number to cast the spell.
Oh, okay.
So the actual attack is going to be. Okay.
Add a +1.
Oh, thank you very much. 16, so that will still hit.
Mm-hmm.
And that will be 2d6 plus dragon die damage. So only 2d6 plus 1, but that's okay. Yeah.
All right. Slowly chipping away at this asshole.
But it's still damage. So that's going to be 1/1. Okay, so I did both of those for 2. Okay, I'm done.
All right, Jurgen, it is your turn.
No one's taken any damage thus far, correct?
Just the bad guys.
Just the bad
Because,
And lots of Darkspawn taking damage.
Sure.
Yeah.
And it seems like we're mostly wailing on the alpha, right? Because Garrick hit the alpha, Raylith hit the alpha.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna follow the lead of my warden commander. I'm gonna go wail on this alpha. I feel like if we can
wail on the alpha.
Yeah, if you cut off the head, the body will die, right?
I mean, yeah.
Unless you're in Futurama.
No, that's actually our strategy, right? Like, we're actually trying to cut off the head of the horse.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's what the archdemon is. In
Right.
fact,
Mhm.
yes.
I think the saying is actually, though, if you kill the body, the head will die.
If you cut off the head and 2 more shall rise to take its place.
Yeah, that too.
All right.
There's all
Roll
sorts
for
of-
damage.
Yeah, rolling for...
roll to
I
hit.
just get to roll for damage? Sweet! Alright,
No, roll to hit.
3d6 plus 7.
Hail Octopus!
Another
Jesus.
21.
That'll hit.
Alright, no stunt dice, unfortunately. R d6 plus 4. For another 10 damage. Okay, alright.
Okay.
2 max damages. So,
All right.
I do.
Still up,
Okay.
but probably has like a couple broken limbs to try and deal with at
say,
this
I think I'm
point.
just, like, cracking it in the ribs as Garrick is
Alright.
hacking and slashing.
Harold Wynn, do you continue singing?
I do,
Okay.
but
All
that's not an action at this point.
Oh, okay.
It only needs to be activated.
Excellent. All right. So what would you like to do then?
I am going to move in we draw my short sword
Mm-hmm.
and a actually 2 short swords, just because that's how it works. And I'm gonna shiv the alpha.
Shiv the alpha, roll to hit.
See if that actually does it this time. 13 to hit.
Nope.
Okay. Dink.
Okay. What would you like your rogue friend Alan to do?
Keep shooting the genlocks.
Okay.
Whichever one is most injured, just to chip away at the edges. I don't imagine that our newly recruited and eager friend is really ready for alpha play.
Okay, and he misses.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
But my familiar was summoned, so it's fine. I do think that if Curiosity is going to have an animal form,
Mm-hmm. All right. I don't believe a 17 hits Garrick.
No.
Okay. All right. So another swing and a miss from the Alpha. It is now Petra's turn. More arcane lances from her, I suppose.
Rayla.
No one said no, so I rolled it.
Yes. Nope, that's correct.
I have Alan. Raylith has Petra. Garrick, you should take Etienne.
All right.
Yeah, I
We're
should
not
take
in a
that
bad
to
enough
you.
place for her to be spending any
Is-
mana, so.
Is Petra, is she targeting the Alpha or a Genlock?
Probably the alpha still.
Okay.
I'm just using Arcane Lance.
Yep.
All right. This
I
guy,
can spam this all day.
he's hanging on by his keefies. All right. It is now the Genlock's turn, but they are still mind blasted. So again, they spend another round getting up to their feet.
Does
I'll-
Arcane Lance not add Petra's magic rating to the damage?
it does. That does another 5 points of damage.
Boom! Boom!
Barely up. Just barely.
Me, I managed to give him. It would have been great.
I swear to God, if,
No.
if Etienne.
I was gonna say
steals the
Etienne's gonna get the kill.
Well,
he's gonna
who's
be-
he fighting? Is he attacking the Alpha or the Genlocks?
He's going to join in with everyone else and attack that alpha because
gonna be
he sees
insufferable.
he knows what it means to have somebody gang up on you,
Okay.
and he wants to be on the other end of it this time.
Ooh, and he got 6 stun points.
So, he hits.
Oh, okay. What did you roll? Okay,
So-
close enough.
So he hits. The Alpha had 1 hit point left.
I knew it. I knew
I'll
it.
wound you, kill-stealing fuck.
Well,
Well-
let's go.
Here's the
Wait,
thing.
Kill stealing means that you die in certain situations. So, like,
Yeah. Plus, I'm looking at him saying, "Congratulations, you finally learned how to fight a real fight instead of tournaments."
I mean, he only managed to hit when the thing had 1 hit point left. So, maybe he's being
Okay,
a little
so
opportunistic here.
So it is still tournament style fighting, but he did something.
All right. And so with that, we wrap around to the top of round 3. Harold, win your mass battle roll, please.
I don't know why. I thought you were going to say your mass murder roll.
Oh, that's actually low. 14.
That is
Oh,
really
okay.
low.
Well, so you do not succeed.
Okay.
So, we go to round 3. You are 0 to 8 in your race to get to 17 against the Archdemon. What you can do is you can draw on one of your benevolence dice, roll another d6, hope it's 3 or better. In which case you will get to add 2 to your count.
I think we're good.
So right now it's 8 to 0.
Uh-huh.
I think we're okay for this round.
Okay.
Thoughts?
I think we're good. I think we can save it for later.
Okay.
I agree.
Consensus is we will not take you on your temptation.
Fair enough. Had to make the offer anyway. All right.
Have to,
So,
but you did.
Garrick, there are 4 gen locks left. What would you like to do?
Whichever one is closest to me.
All right, whap it.
All right.
Just start smashing.
We have got a 3, a 3, and a 2, so that's 8 plus 7 is 15. Or
That
8.
is-
So 18.
That is what you need to hit.
Okay. And since Dragon Die was a 3, I will use, I think, Lightning Attack is 3. Pretty sure. Yes, Lightning Attack. So I'm going to attack another one. Well,
Okay.
first I'll damage this one to see if it 12, 17, 20.
Ouch. It hurts, but it's still up.
Okay, well then this second one's going to be on it then, because I'm going to take this one out.
All right.
That's 5, 9, 16, 17.
That'll hit.
And that one then hits for 8, 9 plus 8 is
It
17.
has 2 hit points left. It's dead.
Okay. I cleave and cleave some more.
All right. Move that one from the board. All right. Rayleth, what would you like to do?
I'm gonna go ahead and I'm going to do an arcane lance. Have any of the remaining ones been injured?
No.
Okay. In that case, we'll go for this guy because why not?
Okay.
Arcane lance is gonna be 15 to hit.
That is what you need to roll.
All right, I get 1 stunt point, but this isn't a spell power thing, so I don't think 1 stunt point does me any good. So I will just go ahead and roll 10 points of damage against it.
Ouch.
And then I am going to use my oh no, I had to do that as a stunt point. I didn't generate enough stunt points. All right, then yeah, that's it.
Okay. Jurgen, what would you like to do?
Go after one of the gen locks. It's, just continue to focus fire, as we've kind of been doing, and just keep moving down this line and trying to wipe out these gen locks.
All right.
We still get +8 from heroin, or +1 from heroin, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that's actually, I'm glad I threw up there. 17.
That'll hit.
Word. And then, only 7 damage this time. But, kind of, again, running forward and just continuing on this line and just kind of right through its, chin.
Okay.
teeth.
All right. They are all 3 still up. Harold Wynn, how would you like to address this problem?
I'm gonna keep moving forward and doing the stabbings.
Okay. The injured one or the uninjured ones?
Injured one, obviously.
All right, go ahead and roll.
17 to hit. I'm
Mhm.
sorry, 18 to hit because I keep forgetting to add my own benefit. So 18 hit. Do we really need to go through the finagling of a communication versus willpower roll for backstab?
Yes, we do.
Okay.
So, what is this thing rolling?
So it is a communication deception versus their willpower, I think, self-control?
All right, they got a 15.
19.
Okay.
So that is going to be... That just gives you an extra d6. It's nothing too crazy. So there's 2d6 plus 2. Sure, I did not stunt, so yeah. So it's plus 2d6 plus 5 because they're darkspawn, and I'm using a Silverite Touch weapon.
Okay.
That is 10 damage.
It dies.
Hell yeah.
All right, so Alan will shoot another darkspawn. He will miss again. Get with the program, Alan. Petra
Once already, I'm
will.
impressed.
I'm sorry.
You hit once already. That's pretty good for Alan.
All right. Petra's arcane lance will hit.
Damn right it will, because she's a professional.
All right, that is some impressive damage from her. Does not kill the other darkspawn though. All right. So it is the Gemlock's turn, and they finally get a turn. So one of them will go after Garrett. No, that will not hit. The other one will go after Harold Wynn. It's a 16 hit.
Not right now, no.
Not right
Okay.
That little bit of defensive from 2-weapon fighting, yeah.
All right.
No.
So Etienne will also attack. That is... He will absolutely hit and generate 2 stun points. And do another 10 points of damage. They are both still up. They both don't look good. Harold Wynn, it is time for another mass battle roll, please.
Come on, dice, be my friend. 20.
Awesome. So that makes 17. So we add your dragon dice. The running total is now 0-11.
So 11-0, you mean?
Yes.
So which side has 11? Just it's us. Is it us?
Your size.
Okay. I was
Your
just wondering
side.
Okay.
more.
And this has nothing to do with the spirit that I am now joined with. This is just Harold.
All right.
Are we sure we're not fighting like the 2000 lions?
Garrick, kill a darkspawn for me.
All right, I will indeed kill a darkspawn for you. Yeah, 17, 18 to hit.
That'll hit.
And I am taking out one that's already damaged with... God, that was terrible, but 6 plus 5 is... or plus 8 is 14.
That'll kill it.
I love my bastard sword.
Raylith, there's one left standing. It is injured.
Dog pilot.
Rayleth is going to extend an olive branch. Come and join
With it-
us, friends. We're totally fine. Everything's
With-
good. We're
An
all
olive branch, you
we're
mean?
very nice.
Your scimitar is an olive branch, right?
So, Genlocks don't have language, so there's just a lot of incoherent screaming.
Yeah, so. Rayleth's communication score is only a 2, so it's pretty similar. Let's be honest. I'm gonna go ahead. Yeah, I'll attack it with the sword. I mean, let's play this for funsies. 17 with 3 stun points.
That'll
3 stun
hit.
points gives me an extra D6 point of damage, right? Or an extra
Yes.
D6
Or
damage.
or you can attack again.
Oh, well, I'll take that one. Why not? So this is going to be plus 60. Okay, so 12 points of damage with my first swing.
It had 12 hit points left.
Okay.
So, you have successfully destroyed the squad that was trying to prevent you from entering the tower.
With no
Harold,
health lost.
give me another mass battle roll, please.
Another 20 with 4 stun points.
Okay.
You can always roll really well. Honestly, this time it's your doormen suck.
Wow. Fuck. That's so bad. All right, give me another roll.
I just crossed the 50,000 threshold for channel points.
17.
Hooray!
I should start
Nice.
spending those.
All right. So, 17 is exactly the number you needed to make, and with that 5 on your dragon dice, you bring your score from 0-15 to 0-20. So, without
Jeez.
spending any of your other armies, this is a complete rout. Everyone has sort of figured out, learned by doing, learned by example. Oh, here's how you kill a darkspawn. Murder, 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 murder.
If I might, Harold spins a few memeified songs about how to kill Darkspawn that are
Okay.
that spread through Val Royeaux, such that people just are all that kind of inherited information you only get from fighting is starting to disseminate very quickly.
Mm-hmm.
Because the song picks up, the minstrels pick it up, the full network of communications and rumors starts just whoosh.
That is very fitting for a setting that relies as much on singing as this one does. So, we're about to go to break. But before that, you have one more decision to make. Harold Wynn, as the unquestioned victor in this engagement,
Mhm.
you may decide if the next stage of battle will be fought using communication leadership or cunning military lore.
Will he give up power?
It if it was Harold, he might defer to Garrick. But curiosity is a pride demon, right? It has a little bit of that.
Yes.
Oh, it's communication then.
2 points
Okay.
higher.
Irrelevant of the score, it really is just
Mm-hmm.
you didn't. I'm doing it.
Okay.
I said I was going to help.
Excellent. So, with that, uh, yeah, we're gonna take a 10-minute break and come back and murder an archdemon.
Hell yeah.
Yay!
Die, die, Mr. Dragon Guy.
All right, we return. So, and my webcam's all on. Why is this? All right. So we return. You have successfully routed the armies of the Archdemon, but the Archdemon remains. They're way up top there. And so now it is time for the final phase of the battle, in which you have decided that it shall be tested using communication and leadership. So, the target number here is 19. Why do you look like that, Garrick?
Because I'm really glad he's rolling and not me.
Okay.
I'd need to roll a 14 base.
Yeah.
We need 19. I think it's 19 on the stunt die total. We're still rolling.
So you need to roll a 19. That's your target number, and then you also need to accrue 19 points on your dragon die.
Okay.
Yes.
Shall we start this off?
Well, so Garrick has something he wants to say.
Well, I can do this as he rolls a little bit, because I'm going to go to Raylath as we're walking up. And, Raylath, just so you know, because in all likelihood I might not make it through this battle, and I wanted you to know that in the coming months following, we're going to need somebody to be in charge, and we're going to need them to, help with all of the reformations and cleaning up from this. So I want you to make sure that Jurgen does a good job as Warden Commander, because he will be the most apt for this situation. I'll make sure that he knows that you have free time to go about your spare business with all the ladies.
If only Jurgen could feel feelings.
Really?
All right.
I am so glad. I can't believe that the dice went back to us at the very end.
So, if people want to check the dice tray, that's me blowing 4 of the 5 malevolences to pre-roll the battle roll. So what was it that I rolled? So I rolled 4d6 plus 2, 12, 8, 13, 15.
There are, of those rolls,
mm-hmm.
Let's see, there are, of those, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of the dice are ones.
I'm posting it in the general room in case people want to see it.
Yes, this is disgusting. It's disgusting.
1, 2, 3, 4 dice are above a 3.
And Darl's a fucking chump.
Yeah.
Honestly, I was waiting for you to be like, Rayla, just remember, when I fall, kill the abomination.
Oh, that's what I forgot.
He doesn't have to remind me of that.
Yeah. Really, I just want to make sure that he's making sure that Jurgen's doing a good job.
By first job making sure the abomination doesn't escape the tower.
Well, that's up to his own accord.
So the current count is I have 2 malevolences because I just bought another one. You have 4 benevolences.
What were those for?
I'm sorry?
What were those malevolence rolls intended for? Attack roll?
The final battle.
The final mass battle roll. I was gonna pre-roll them.
Okay. So I need to roll against those.
Well, you're not rolling against. You're rolling against the target number of 19.
Okay. But they have achieved no point.
Which, yeah, for some reason is really hard to get to when you're rolling 4d6 plus 2.
All right, let me see how this goes.
Gross. All right, so this is just roll once. Okay.
21 with 3 side points.
All right. And so
I will point out, I
Harold,
think I rolled more than you did. If you combine all of the dice above 3, I still rolled better than you that time.
is so gross. All right.
And Errol is a hard person to beat.
Yeah.
Jurgen and Harold win. I would like you both to roll perception.
Would this be detect darkspawn?
It is not. Your target number will be 13.
$15, you say?
13.
Oh, 13? 15 with 5 stunt points.
Okay. You both overhear Garrick whispering this to Rayleth.
Harold will quietly go up next to Jurgen and say, "Congratulations, future Warden Commander." And then walk away.
Jarek, you do realize that it would probably be smarter if you survived this battle to continue being the Warden Commander, right?
Smarter? Yes. What's going to happen? Probably not.
Why?
One of us has to die.
Correct.
Warden Commander, it's victory, vigilance, and then sacrifice.
Yes. Victory.
I would think that
You remain vigilant, and I sacrifice. Because I'm the one who has nothing else to lose here.
Oh my god.
You guys
We're
have
all
a
wardens. We're all
You guys have a
wardens.
world to go to after this.
We're all wardens after this. We continue to be wardens. That doesn't go away.
My son and wife's soul will have a place to go to after this.
In my experience, going into a battle with a creature such as an archdemon with an intent to die is a guarantee that one will, without any guarantee that your objective will be reached otherwise.
Well, you guys are here to make sure that that happens too.
If you wish to die, we could resolve it now.
No, for something. Curiosity.
Let's agree to this. When we get to the point that it's time to kill this thing, whichever one of us happens to be in a position to do it, does it. We don't take chances, we don't get stupid, we don't turn this into a personal crusade. If you survive, then clearly that was what was meant to happen.
You do have the entirety of the Grey Wardens, Warden Commander, if you survive. They are
all of us gave up our families and our homes and our lives when we took the oath. I recognize that your wife and your son were killed, and that's tragic. But it doesn't change the fact that the only thing we have to live for at this point is the wardens. That's the oath we took, and it's true for all of us. Let's focus on the task at hand and the ultimate end goal of killing the archdemon. If you happen to be the one to do it, so be it. It was a pleasure serving under you. Otherwise, the important thing is that this thing dies.
It is foolish to try and anticipate who will be the one to strike the killing blow when we have not yet achieved the circumstances for a killing blow.
Exactly. We're counting our chickens before we've even purchased them.
Good point. You guys are getting upset about me dying for nothing yet.
I'm not getting upset about you dying so much as I am worried that you're going to put that above our other priorities.
Indeed, I'm actually quite curious to see what happens if you die.
According to what I know, so does the Darkspawn, and then everyone else has a better chance.
Regardless, I look forward to watching the outcome of this particular engagement. Shall we?
All right. We shall. So.
Don't you miss Harold?
So. You make it to the top of the tower. You see what you see in the roll 20. That big fucking token right there, that's the archdemon. It is a big-ass dragon.
Well, he's just a cute little guy.
Oh, he got a little kitty with scales.
It is surrounded, as you can see, by a collection of elite Hurlocks. For narrative's sake, there's also a bunch of mooks surrounding it. But that's why you have mooks of your own. It's mook on mook warfare. It's bloody. It's messy. It is. You okay, Ben?
Mm-hmm. I'm good.
Okay. So this is essentially the tokens on the battlefield are the only ones that you are going to have to worry about. So please roll me initiative.
Let's go. Are we sure we don't get stunt points for initiative?
I have been
No,
six
no.
stunt points. I've been awarding bonus benevolences, so
No.
have that.
Hey, rolling double sixes is its own stunt point reward.
Oh gosh.
Yeah, not terrible. We've done worse.
All right. Okay. So, is everyone positioned where they want themselves and their followers to be?
I don't think I can move myself.
Yeah, we can't move ourselves.
Roll 20. Why are you like this?
I mean, you know who to ask.
All right. Well, would anyone like me to move them?
No.
Could you move Pietra kind of back here?
Okay.
Actually, you know what? I apologize. Looking at this, you can move her there and then move me
Okay.
to here.
Okay.
Thank you.
Everyone else happy with their life choices?
Who's the elf up top?
Is that the?
Sorry.
Is that Alan?
No.
Is this
No.
a random rogue? Or wait, no, that is Alan. So.
That's Alan. Yeah.
Yeah, that is so not appearing in this chronicle anymore.
Oh, here's a question. Since I knew we were coming up to this big fight, was it possible for me to cast telekinetic weapons before getting into
Absolutely.
And do you have
Hell
any?
yeah.
If I maintain my Song of Valor and my two-weapon fighting.
I'm going to say no about Song of Valor because you got into an argument, so you're using your voice for that instead.
I would just like to activate my guardian ability. I'm presuming Jurgen is going to be running, Jurgen or Harold is going to be running around. So, who wants 2 points of damage off when you're standing next to me?
I'll take that one because I'm gonna probably shoot from.
Oh wait, no. All right. No. Okay, so the elf was supposed to be Jurgen. Sorry about that, Jurgen.
What?
Jurgen.
I thought I was this handsome fella right here.
No, that's
Yeah.
Garrick.
Elf.
Oh, that's Garrick? I thought this was Garrick. I thought
No, that's
the
Harold Wayne.
redhead.
Okay, am I the redhead?
You're this redhead.
All right, then
This-
I'm gonna be like next to, but not in front of the guy who's supposed to take the damage.
Yeah, because I thought that was me in front because I'm like, yeah, me standing in
Okay.
front with
There
all
you
my
go.
armor. Okay, that seems better.
Oh, that's classic. That's funny.
Good. Last
Wait.
session finale.
That hasn't been me this whole time?
Not sure which tokens we are.
All
God
right,
damn,
Jurgen.
I love this.
Can I adjust my position slightly then? Just because I don't imagine Raylef is going to be in front of everybody else.
All right, Jurgen, given your impending battlefield promotion, I'm giving you Duncan's token.
Who is that? Oh, that's this right here?
Yeah, that's him.
Okay, perfect. I was gonna say, I've never seen this token before in my life, if that's who you were saying I was.
That's
no,
who...
that is Petra. No, that is not Petra. That is Alan.
Oh,
Okay, that is Alan.
Okay.
That is Alan. Okay.
Okay.
Alan is an emo elf.
Yes.
Alan is an emo elf.
Okay. So, now that everyone is in position.
Yes.
Okay.
Charge.
Let us, I do believe the phrase is, fuck the shit up, yes? Alternatively, get eaten by Darchdemon?
Alright, so that won't work.
Don't like that she's using the ruler on this one.
Because it's got fireballs and breath weapons.
No, archdemons don't have fireball.
It's an old god dragon dead thing. This is the dragon of slaves. Yes,
Alright, 24 yards is many feet. Okay.
I think we said it's 12 squares.
Yes. Okay.
Yes, that will hit everybody.
Alright, so, in that case, as soon as everybody piles onto the battlefield, the archdemon roars. So everybody, make a willpower test. If you have a courage focus, you get that bonus. Your target number is 17. If you fail, you cannot take any major action except run. Oh, wait. Okay, so I fucked up. Jurgen, you actually get to go before the archdemon.
Oh.
Because you rolled a 20 on your initiative, and Andoril rolled a 19.
Okay.
Would you like to do anything, or would you like to hold your action?
Do you have a way to shut up the dragon?
Freezing bomb to the mouth.
No. No.
I mean, can a tranquil actually experience fear?
I mean, I feel like there's still a survival imperative of I prefer not to die. Like,
Well,
there's not the
honestly,
pants-shitting terror of like, oh god, we're all gonna die. But rather like, I'm making the most logical choice to secure my continued existence.
I feel like this is not a forebrain thought where all of the emotion and logic is. This is that little squirrely hindbrain animal instinct of, oh, shit, there is something I need to run from.
Alternatively, there is one emotion a tranquil can feel in very specific circumstances. Fear in the presence of an archdemon. Isn't that right, my little archdemon?
Alright, so Jurgen, would you like to hold your action for this round?
Oh shit.
Nice grenade to Jaws.
Yes.
Okay. So everyone else make me that target number 17.
I will point out
please.
there's only 2 possible rolls with which I can succeed in this.
It's willpower?
Willpower.
Oh, I was too short.
Perfect.
I needed a 6, a 6, and a 5, and I got a 5, a 5, and a 5.
I will allow if your Grey Warden +2 bonus matters.
Oh, then I did it.
Okay.
I made it.
Uh,
Can't believe I
so,
made it.
okay, so none of your followers succeeded. Sucks to suck. So Harold, when we come to you.
Uh, no, I think I am. If an initiative we're talking, which was before, I'm a 15. Oh wait, no, you're right, isn't it? Oh shit.
Mm-hmm.
Oh fuck. Oh hell. I'm gonna sing a song of valor.
Okay. Garrick, did you make it?
I did.
All right, what would you like to do?
I'm gonna. Well, I guess that there's that one there, so I'm gonna go to smack one of these smaller guys, I guess, so that we don't have to deal with 6 things total. But that one there, and then does a 18 hit.
It will.
Okay, so that's with 3 stunt dice. So I'm going to use Mighty Blow and Defensive Stance so that I can get +2 to my AC. And oh wait, I have one more die. A 1, a 1, and a 1, plus a 1, plus 13 is 17. Yeah, 17 with all ones. Thank you, Raylath.
Okay.
Thank you for what? Sorry.
Because I did 17 damage while rolling all ones.
Oh, nice.
Damn.
You are welcome. Oh, I should probably mark off
Alright.
the mana that I spent for that. Kind of important.
All right. Petra failed. Rayleth, you did not make your...
No.
Okay. All right. So this genlock goes here. This one moves up. This one moves here.
Oh, I moved up to the one that was sitting now in front of Duncan.
Excuse me, that's Jurgen.
All right. So, the one that is crawling up in Petra's business is going to attack Petra.
Petra's down here.
That's Alan.
Nope, that's Alan. You are correct. Why are you so demanding right now?
It's good to know that it's the last session and even the GM is not quite sure who's who.
That's fine.
Alan just
Everything's
showed up.
fine.
This session,
Yeah.
So
Plus, Alan has fabulous hair.
is that canon?
I'm gonna say it's canon, but I'm not the GM.
I mean, he's your follower. He can have fabulous hair if he wants. All right, gonna whap at Petra.
You mean
That
Alan?
absolutely hits.
This is Petra.
Alan.
All right.
God, he is
So-
gonna become our Tujik, isn't he?
Well, Petra might be becoming your Tuchik.
No,
So
Petra's
This-
down here.
This is Petra. Petra's not
This
Right,
is
being attacked.
Alan. This is Alan.
Okay.
That's why I was saying Alan's
All
going
right.
to become our Tujik.
I'm distracted by a very needy cat. Holy shit. Yeah, he dead.
Was that the damage or just another attack roll?
That was damage.
How the fuck are they doing 3 dice 6 plus 7 damage?
They're fucking beefy.
Because the archdemon is right there.
Yeah.
Holy shit balls.
Yeah, so the first thing you see, there's a roar. Alan is like, "Oh shit." And one of these beefy essentially spec ops darkspawn just cleaves him in half with a short sword. Fare thee well, Alan, we hardly knew ye.
Clearly, we didn't know him at all.
It honestly, it was all the apostrophes.
This is what he got for driving around in a Firefly.
And it's your fault, Harold.
No, it's fine. I get to see what happens when that elf dies. Death of the soul, baby.
All right, Jurgen, does a 19 hit you?
A 19.
Yes.
Does a 19 hit me?
Yes.
It does.
17 damage.
Minus my 3 armor.
Minus your armor.
Okay. So 15 damage.
Okay.
Jurgen goes, ow.
14.
Sure. English, not math, man. English.
I know.
Well, I did not become the man I am today by actually being good at math.
Do I look like the type of feller who did my own math?
All right. Jurgen, you held your action. Would you like to act now?
I would like to hit it back, please.
Okay.
If that is possible. Ow.
Their defense is 15.
An 18 to hit with no
Yep,
stunt
that'll
points. 9 damage.
+5 for telekinetic weapons.
+5 for telekinetic weapons. For a total of
So that'll be
14
14.
damage.
Oh god.
Oh, also don't forget when telekinetic weapons is up, you also can you can treat the pierce armor stunt as costing 1 fewer stunt point, just as a reminder to everybody.
Okay.
For a second, I thought you were going to say reroll ones, and I was going to say, what?
That would be awesome, but no.
Would be awesome. Unless you did it for the stunt.
So I did the exact same amount of damage to it that it just did to me. Yay! 14s all around.
I'm
Awesome.
sure your armor is identical.
Yes, I'm sure that it is.
All right. What would you? So this guy is Elrond. What would you like him to do?
Elrond is going... Which guy is Elrond? This guy?
Yeah.
Okay. He's just going to take a step up then and get that guy.
Okay. Oh, he does the war crime. Okay, he just hits.
With a mighty blow.
All right, and he does that much damage. Oh, no, he does more because telekinetic weapons.
Yep,
It's 5 points of damage.
correct.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so he does 16 points of damage, which is not shabby. Okay. Jurgen, I'm sorry, I was not focused for a while. You were holding your action. What did you do?
I hit this genlock
That is correct. We just resolved that.
For 14 damage, yes.
I blame you, Cat. You're very cute, but it is your fault.
That is okay.
Unfortunately, Maker, there isn't medication to cure cat distraction.
All right. So we wrap around to the next round. So, Heroine, please make your mass battle roll.
I don't wanna. I just want it to win. Can we just let it win? I don't like risk. Apparently, that was one stunt point, though. Oh well.
Okay, well, it counts.
6, 6, and 1. The 1 is in the wrong place.
Can't you knock him prone with a 1? Or is that a 2?
This
That
is the
wasn't an
mass
attack
battle
roll, it
roll.
was- Yeah.
We're basically like just yelling at each other now. Are we just yelling at the Archdemon and he's yelling back and we're seeing who's louder? Oh no.
All right.
It's
So
too-
we wrap around to the beginning of the round. Jurgen, what would you like to do?
I'm gonna take a big old scoop of mud and slather it on my own wounds.
Mud being
Okay.
terrible at the top of a tower of a castle.
No, this is his proprietary mud, remember?
Yeah.
enough.
This
This
is
I
satchel mud.
I imagine that Jurgen by this point has a flask of mud the way Katara in Airbender carried around her flask of water.
Mm-hmm.
Just don't mix it up with your flask of quiet death.
This is Calenhad River mud. All right.
It's high in
we-
antioxidants.
Let us remember we do have that poison available to
Oh,
us.
no,
Yeah,
I'm
I
fully aware that I have it. Like,
No, we have the other poisons too.
Are you sure you don't want to give me that poison?
I'm certain. But yes, you do also have the crow poison that I gave you, and all the other stuff. All the stuff that we've gotten over the course of the game, we all have it.
Yeah.
Alright, so
Whatever that might be.
Okay, cunning roll +7 with a DC of 11. Okay. Alright, so 3d6 +7 for a total of 23, which meets the DC. Okay, my healing is Dragon Die times 3 plus Cunning, which is 15. I rolled a 5 on my Dragon Die, times 3 is 15, plus 7 is more damage than I took. I'm back to full.
Okay.
That's one hell of a mud treatment.
That is a really good mud treatment. Also, I get to heal as a minor action instead of a major action, so I will then spin and hit it with a stick.
Okay, which one are you hitting?
The same Gen
Okay, that
Z
one.
bastard that I've been fighting. Alright.
I hear liches love sticks.
I gave that lich a stick. Liches love sticks.
Go find Becky.
As they love sticks as in the band?
Stick.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's fair.
Blue and yellow.
All right, roll to hit.
Does a 14 hit?
Its defense is 15.
15. 15, because you had that +1 from the song.
Is Heroine's doing the song?
Huh? That was my action.
That'll hit then.
15! Gosh, wow. Okay, then but no stunt die for this one.
Look, a whole specialization, class specialization for that +1.
That's pretty. I mean, honestly, it just came in pretty clutch.
It does
7
help.
plus 5, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Another 12
12.
damage to the
Okay.
general the not general.
So, that brings it down to 8 hit points. Here's what happens next on Endoral's turn.
Uh-oh. I don't like this.
It explodes.
Ah!
Everyone within 4 yards.
That's none of us, because you said that a 5-foot square was equivalent to about 2 yards. So 4 yards would be 2 squares.
Which is a lot of
This
us.
is the one.
Which is most
It's
of
this.
us.
It's this one right here,
Yeah,
which
it's
means
all-
that it's,
I thought you
which
said
means that it's 5 people.
I thought you were saying the dragon exploded. I was
No.
like, great.
No.
Yay!
Bye.
We win!
Yeah.
Ah.
No, it detonates the
Put it
dark
all here.
spawn.
Oh, gotcha.
It's 2 of the other ones.
Yeah, so basically everyone except Rayleth and Petra take 13 damage.
God.
Okay, so Rayleth and Petra don't take that. I'll take 2 damage.
Does this ignore armor?
It does, no, it does not.
All right, so
It's basically exploding acidic darkspawn goo.
And Harrell, take 2 points less damage,
all right, so that's 9.
and I will actively take that points of damage because that goes against my total, I'll say.
That's good. I'm pretty sure your total is twice or more of mine.
Well, my total health is 97, and now I'm down to 93.
My total health is 54, and I'm down to 45.
Harold, what would you like to do now?
Okay, so that one died.
Mm-hmm.
That went boom. Let me see then.
Big bada boom.
Well, in that case, I'm going to switch out to my bow. And then I'm gonna shoot the Andorol.
Okay.
Wait.
See if that's even possible.
Andoral's defense is 16.
Well, at least in theory I can hit him.
Maker,
Mhm.
did it damage its cohorts too?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I just don't want to set off a chain reaction where I'm close enough to die.
That's fair.
Actually, you know what? No, I'm not going to shoot the big dragon because to hell with that. They killed my boy. I'm going after the elite that just killed my boy.
Okay.
So that's the one up at the top, right?
Uh-huh.
Okay, so that's slightly less ridiculous of a shot. Double check what my actual attack is. Okay. Ugh, 13?
Will not hit.
14?
Nope. Their defense is 15.
Okay.
You can spend a benevolence, roll another d6.
I'm gonna use my. Can I use my next minor action to put a little of that venom on my next arrow?
You can.
Okay, so that'll be my next round. But I'm still singing.
Okay.
Doesn't that count as like activate?
Taking out a weapon is
Which
a
is
minor as well.
Oh, okay.
All right.
Away and pull out a bow.
Garrick, it's your turn.
Okay, I am also going to say grr, anger, because even though he wasn't my boy, he's still our Alan,
Mm-hmm.
and nobody messes with Alan Tujic. I don't know if that was his
So-
last name, but that's what I'm calling his last name now.
So what's your
Everybody
action?
messes with him.
I'm going to smack the... Let me go to it so you can see. I'm going to smack that one.
No, not Aaron.
Okay.
Oh, also, shouldn't their corpse be gone? Or you want to leave it there so that we have the memory?
I mean, maybe Jurgen could have saved him or could save him.
4, 4, 3, 11, 18.
All right, that'll hit.
and I have 3 stunt dice, so I'm going to go for a second hit, and that's 11, 18. So that one hits. So I'm going to hit twice, and that's 10 plus 13, 23 damage on the first, and then was 14, 20 damage on the second.
All right, you kill it.
For Alan!
Excellent.
Wait, Ben, what is that?
Raylath's third eye.
Okay.
All right, it is Petra's turn.
What spells does Petra have available to her? I don't think that was ever clearly defined.
Petra has available to her Blood Sacrifice, Arcane Shield, Blood Wound, Arcane Bolt, Arcane Lance, and Rack.
Rack.
I think that's like
1 moment, please. Do 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 do. Okay.
That is page 128.
Yeah, I was just looking it up. Oh, that doesn't really do anything helpful for us at the moment. Blood Wound, on the other hand.
I mean, Rack would be useful if it was able to hit the Archdemon.
Well, no, because they make a willpower test versus to resist answering your questions or capitulating to your demands. Victim racked by pain suffers a -3 penalty to all tests, though suffers no damage. I mean, I can't imagine her spell power is going to be so high the Archdemon's going to have trouble resisting that. So I feel like she'd be better off using Blood Wound on. I mean, it's just all enemies within 12 yards. So I mean, I feel like that would be probably a good one.
Okay.
True. That can get everybody.
Yeah.
We can move her here. Or rather here.
Yeah, sure.
Okay. All right, so she only has the one target, but sure. So
she only has one target within 12 yards of her?
So that'd be 6 squares?
Yeah, so
I think from there it's everybody but the dragon.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Okay.
Actually, it even technically gets.
Well, I mean, if she moves over 2 spaces to the left, she guarantees hitting everything.
She already hits everything from there, and she doesn't have to get closer to the dragon.
Okay.
All right, excellent. Cool. So, all right, so they all must make a Constitution Stamina test versus her spell power. Her spell power is 17.
The same as mine.
All right. So we are going to test the Genlocks first. Their constitution is fairly good. Oh, not that good. Okay. Okay, no, that's not possible. Okay. All right, so, pardon me while I do some math. So,
so they still take the damage, but they don't.
Yes.
They don't lose their action. Okay.
All right. Well, now we're gonna roll for the Archdemon.
Fail, 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 fail.
You want to see something gross?
Plus 12. Is it plus 12?
I mean, yeah, it makes it.
Oh, man.
Still takes the damage.
Still takes the damage. All right, so the damage
No.
is
That
1d6
was
plus
close, though,
magic,
wasn't it?
and it's penetrating. All right, Petra, let me see your stat block. Okay.
You know, I think Rayleth has been cultivating this particular asset for a while. I'm okay with her doing some damage. You have
All right.
this one so far.
So she does
If she
8
dies,
damage across the board.
Ain't bad.
if she dies, I will commiserate with you over her and Alan.
All right, Rayleth, it is your turn.
Just hoping she doesn't die. All right. I am going to
Episode 2, she might be my next character.
activate. I'm going to activate something called Fade Shield. So I need to make a. Yep, coming. Okay, I'm good. I need a target number 15. My spell power increases by 2. My defense becomes equal to my spell power, so my spell powers and my both defense are both now 19. And that is going to last for one round technically, which is I have problems with this spell because you spend 6 magic points to do it for 1 round to increase your spell power and your defense, but it only lasts for 1 round, and you can't cast another spell at the same time. So basically, you're only getting it for the defense, which is kind of cool, I guess, but that's fine, whatever. Regardless, I'm going to spend additional MP to extend the effect by 1 additional round for every 2 MP that I spend. So it was 5 MP normally, so that's 47. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to spend 10 MP to make it last for 5 rounds.
Okay.
And I am also going to move a little bit further forward so that things attack me rather than Petra. Because a 19 defense is probably a lot better than whatever the hell she has.
Okay.
And that is the end of my turn.
All right. So make a note of that because I will not remember it. All right.
I got it.
Okay. It is the Genlock's turn. This one moves up. This one moves up and attacks Garrick.
Would you be kind enough to move me in front of Petra? Sorry.
Yes.
I can't move myself.
There you go.
Thank you.
Okay. All right, Garrick. There's a 17 hit.
Nope.
All right. Alrund.
Yeah.
Oh, 22 hits him.
Oh, man, I thought it was me. Oh.
All right. So. Rolling for damage.
You're not the neck I was looking for.
Ouch. Alrund has a bad day.
I mean, respect for being here. Right? Like, that's not nothing. Like, somebody says, we're gonna go kill an archdemon, and your response is, I'm on board. That at least gets you respect.
All right, well.
He was the Queen's man, and the Queen obviously is capable, so.
Alrund is going to fight back.
There's only so much shit talk you can have for people who actually came with.
Oh, he just hits. Good for you, Alrund.
And even Alan gets some respect, right? Like, at least he showed up.
Hey, he is getting
Hey.
buried in the grave with the heroes.
The mass grave.
Didn't specify.
All right, so Elrune wounds the Genlock in front of him. All right, so here is the question of the hour, and by that I mean literally because it is about to be 6 o'clock Pacific. And clearly we have a lot more fight to fight. So, how does everyone feel about putting a pin in this fight this week and resuming next week?
Okay.
Okay.
Finale part two. Part two.
Part 3.
No, finale part two. Part two.
Okay.
Indeed, finale part two, part two.
Part 2,
All
part 2.
right. Okay, in that case, we're going to put a pin in it for this round. We will resume the fight next week.
Can we keep our malevolence from this game to the next?
Yes. In this one instance, yes, you can bank it because that is not the song I want.
And next week, by next week's summary is going to just be
Oh, yeah, I totally did not write a summary as we were going like I
Oh
normally
no,
do.
that's fine. That's
Okay,
fine. We will
okay.
just
so
I'm gonna keep the map. I'm gonna scribble down the notes. Any effects that you have that are persistent, like the Song of Valor, please make a note that you have them, and we will resume next week. My apologies that this went longer than I anticipated. I actually sort of imagined you would uh ignore the Darkspawn. Um, that's my bad. But just
Ignore
one.
which Darkspawn?
The Darkspawn that you made hit 3d6 plus 7 for damage? Yeah, even I was worried about that.
Okay. I
Oh,
imagined focusing fire on the Archdemon. Uh, so that is a strategic blunder on my part. But we will resume this next week. You're gonna kill an Archdemon. Some
so
people will die, some people will survive. We'll find out next week. So if we just want to do one quick final round, not final round, penultimate round of who you are and where we can find you when you're not fighting Darkspawn.
Hello, everybody. My name is Steve. My pronouns are he, him, and I have been playing Jurgen, who is hopefully about to see a Archfiend die. Next time you can see me will be on Friday, where we will discuss the Blade Runner game, in which my character had a pretty rough ending. So, yeah,
That was an extremely rough ending.
loved it.
Well, hello and goodbye, all. My name is Devin. You've seen me online in Sword of Sullied, and next week we will return to see if I finally do get to do what Garrick has been asking for, while everyone else has been looking at him saying no.
Indeed, we will.
hi everybody. I'm Brody, he, they, and I have been playing Curiosity. That's right, Curiosity. I am workshopping portmanteaus, so if you have an idea for Curiosity and Herald, please let me know. You cannot find me on the internet because I am not really an internet person in that regard. But I will be loving this dark spawn of mine for an entire week, and then we'll be back.
Hi everyone, Ben Ravensdale. I've been playing Raylaf. You can find me on Thursday nights here on this channel for Public Access, which is a game that I really enjoy playing. And I'm around in other places, but I'm fried mentally, so we're gonna skip that for now. Thank you for joining us.
All right, take care. Thank you all for playing. Thank you to our wonderful audience for all the points you've spent. You can now watch more shows that will unfold over the coming weeks and earn more points that you can use to spend on benevolences or malevolences. The current tally, let me double check. I have 2, and everyone else has 4. So,
You can spend them on benevolence
You
or
can.
malevolence.
Okay.
Party violence or DM violence.
It's
The cat says, "Give us benevolence."
uh
See that face? That is a benevolence face if ever I
so
saw.
you can watch and earn more points an hour from now when we will have Fringe Worthy, a really delightful universe hopping show. You can also come back on Wednesday where I'll be streaming something, maybe Dragon Age, maybe Baldur's Gate. I don't know, depends on my mood. But yes, Thursday public access will be a lot of fun. And then on Friday, we will be having the wrap party for Blade Runner. So all cool stuff, all stuff you don't want to miss. And so next week, watch us kill an archdemon. All right, good night, everybody.
Bye.